Let's go back to building relationships. We've got an eagle, someone with a lot, and by the way, you guys know this is, none of us, very few of us are just one style. Eagle, parrot, dove, owl, eagle, parrot, dove, parrot, dove, owl, right? We're all a blend of this, but I don't want to go too deep into that because it would take us away from the primary focus. But for right now, someone who has a lot of eagle energy, what's their nature? Well, their nature is to control the environment to the extent that they can execute. And how in the world can I do that in a hybrid environment to the extent that I'd like? And the answer is you can't. A hybrid environment, by definition, requires a lot more collaboration, higher levels of delegation, decentralized decision-making in order for it to thrive. And that's difficult for eagles. Eagle styles are much more likely, when they get frustrated, to simply move forward. And the warning signs that you will see is eagles saying, okay, you know what? If we don't pick this up, we're going to miss our deadline. Our competition is going to do X. This is going to have a cascading effect. We need to move forward. And what eagle styles are much more likely to do than others is to simply overreach. And they will circumvent processes in the name of getting it done. And the more talented of them will pull it off. They will get it done. And then that creates an interesting dynamic, because on the one hand, they didn't follow protocol. On the other hand, people are grateful that it got done. And that creates, again, some interesting dynamics. So what can we do with eagle styles that'll help them? And one of the first is a little bit of things we can do is a little bit of persuasion. Hey, Joanne, you've got great energy and great urgency, but you know what? If you slow it down up front, believe it or not, it'll actually speed up down the line. And so if we bring in more voices and really think about our plan and really take the time to problem predict, not just problem solve, that problem predicting up front will save it. You will be more effective. You've got to make the case with eagles that slowing down up front will lead to greater efficiency down the road. Because if you don't make that case, then their instincts will take over and they'll just move faster than everybody else. To the extent that you can give someone with a lot of eagle energy tons of autonomy to work at their own pace and to use project management tools so that they can track their progress and be transparent with everyone else at the same time. I mean, one of the worst things is an eagle that's just rolling and you don't have visibility because they're siloed off. But what if there was visibility? What if you have them on a Monday.com or any project management tool and you really can see, wow, she's moving, right? To the extent that you can afford eagle styles the freedom to be autonomous and to move at their own pace, they will be happy. All right? Eagle styles keep score. They need to know if they're winning or losing. It is just a fundamental trait of eagle energy. So to the extent in a hybrid environment that you are explicit about what those goals are and the impact that those goals have on them, their departments, the organization, explicit, eagles are happy. In a synchronous environment, implicit communication rules because we've got this context about ourselves. We go to the office every day. We hear this, we hear that. We have a sidebar conversation. We go to lunch. We're enmeshed. We're engulfed in a milieu, and there's all kinds of osmosis information that just feeds into us. Right? It's implicit. When we say the project, people know what the project is. But in a hybrid environment, when you've got half your team here and a third of your team in one location, another third in another, if you're not explicit, you're in trouble. You got to spell it out. In a hybrid environment, explicit communication should be your primary focus, not implicit. Otherwise, what happens? The folks that are in the office have the advantage. The folks outside of the office will get frustrated because implicit conversation makes perfect sense to those who are in the office. You get the idea.